Search engine optimization is our topic today. We're going to be talking about how to improve the search engine optimization of this site here, Luxuria Online Jewelry, from our friend Vanessa. Vanessa is a member of Click Millionaire's Masterminds Forum, so we're doing this video for her as a review of her website for free. If you're interested in this sort of things, well, come on over to clickmillionaires.com, upgrade to the Masterminds Forum, and we'll run a website tune-up community clinic for you and your website too. Together, our community can help you improve your usability, design, product presentation, content ideas, and even search engine optimization. Today's search engine optimization is the topic, and that's what Vanessa asked for when she requested her website tune-up community clinic. Or, of course, you can come over to expertwebsitereviews.com and order a review for yourself anytime from me, Scott Fox. I'm the host of ClickMillionaires.com and the author of Click Millionaires and the host of the ClickMillionaires.com Lifestyle Business Coaching Forum. All right, enough of the preamble. Let's talk about Luxuria Jewelry. It's a very pretty site here from our friend Vanessa. And Vanessa's pitch for this site is an overall mission of selling a little bit of design, color, and preciousness to the woman who wants to channel her own inner Mediterranean goddess. So that's a pretty tall order, and I think Vanessa's done a pretty good job. But she pointed out that she's looking for search engine optimization advice in particular. This is not one of our usual reviews where we talk about design overall, so I'm going to focus mostly on search engine optimization tips that can help her attract more traffic for free and thereby increase her online jewelry sales. Now, Vanessa's stated goals when she signed up for the clinic were to get increased signups for her newsletter, to attract visitors into clicking on a product that entices them, and of course, to buy the product. Now, principally looking for SEO feedback was her overall goal, so we're going to start there, and we'll touch on those other areas along the way, too, because, well, that's what a website review is about, right? Your website is a collection of initiatives all designed to attract and entice and generate money. So let's go. All right, so search engine optimization-wise, we've got this website, and it's in a very competitive space, jewelry. So Vanessa's learning about keywords and long-tail keywords, and I've got a few suggestions for her in addition to the many great ideas that have also already been contributed in the forum. So I want to talk mostly about keywords and how they're used as an on-site strategy, and then we'll also talk about backlinking strategies, which are the heart of any search engine optimization strategy on the off-site part of search engine optimization. So search engine SEO has 2 points, the on-site stuff and the off-site stuff. So on-site-wise, let's talk about the site itself. This is our home page. We've got an attractive model of stock photo shot here, looking very Mediterranean goddess-like, so I get the appeal. A Facebook block here at the bottom. But what we're really talking about here is this home page. So before we even get to SEO, Vanessa, I've got several suggestions for you. If you want to sell stuff, it should be on the home page. Several people have already commented in the forum that you need pictures of the rings and the earrings and the bracelets and the necklaces that you're talking about over here. This doesn't look like a store. It looks like a blog. So if I come and I see a blog and I'm not looking for a blog, I'm looking to shop, I'm going to leave. All you've got here is these small links, white text, or black on white and then white on black when you do the mouse over, ring, earring, bracelet. And this is the right idea, but just product strategy-wise, I would love to see some products here. You've got this cool logo, but it's way too big. A bunch of stuff over here, and a Kiva and stuff, all cool. But if you want to sell stuff, this has got to look more like a store. So I think we've talked about this in the forum before, but I really think you should move to a store platform instead of trying to shoehorn your efforts for merchandising into a blog platform. You're really at cross purposes here, and there are lots of other platforms out there that would make it easier for you to display the cool stuff that you have on your product pages, like these rings, right? So even when I click through on a ring page, I get one huge ring, and maybe that's not the one I like, so again, I'm gone. You're forcing me to scroll down and look at these little tiny pictures down here. It's like, oh, well, maybe that's the one I wanted. I wanted a turquoise one. Okay? You're making this really hard to browse your stuff, and that's really not what you want as a merchandiser or a merchant online. You want to show people the products, especially beautiful visual products like these, as many as possible in one big chunk, so they can go, oh, I like that one, click, 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 and get right into the Add to Cart button. That's really your goal, is to drive them to the Add to Cart button. Now that's overall, and I will leave that alone, although I could talk about it for a long time, because we're going to talk about search engine optimization. I know you're redesigning the site anyway, but I just had to say that a store is what you're doing here, not a blog. You already have a blog. It's over here. And the blog is fine too, and it looks like you get the blog thing here, and this is more what you expect, in interspersed text and pictures and very pretty and so forth, and that makes a lot more sense there. But when you're selling stuff, let's talk and make it look more like a store. Okay, so now let's dive into search engine optimization. I'm going to go back to your home page, and if your search engine optimization goals are to attract people who are looking for jewelry, well, on site you need to put a bunch of keywords that tell Google what the site's about, and you're missing a lot of opportunities to do that, so I'll run through a bunch of those right now. In the meantime, you can see this pop-up that's popped up, and I wanted to talk to you about this, and I was going to save it. I actually had a tab already open over here to do that, but it's interfering with us, so let's talk about it now. I think your come on is great. Hi, gorgeous is cute. You're making a nice offer with Swarovski crystal earrings with your order. That's very appealing, I'm sure, to this audience. But a couple things. This little icon should be replaced with, how about a picture of those earrings? You know, something that says free earrings. That would get my attention, even though I'm a guy. You know, I'm not your target audience, but free earrings would get anybody's attention, I think. And then you've integrated here with Facebook. Now, this seems reasonable given that you're very active on Facebook, but I got to tell you, if you have people who aren't Facebook users and they come and see this, they're going to have no idea what this is, and it's going to turn them off, and they're definitely going to click this X to kill this, and they're probably just going to leave entirely, because this looks scary and techy, right? There's a bunch of forms and stuff, and you've got this big privacy policy here, which perhaps Facebook requires. Then you're talking more about email privacy, and then you've got an ad here for Aweber. Well, get rid of this stuff. You don't need these bottom two for sure. I'd get rid of this if you can, although perhaps it's required by Aweber. If this thing is smart enough to know that I'm a Facebook customer, then that's probably okay. But otherwise, I'd rather see you build your own list within Aweber that is in a more familiar format, that looks like something that it doesn't require familiarity with Facebook. This is kind of off-putting to me, and I could be wrong about this because I know Facebook is a big part of your marketing, but I think this is a little bit overthinking. Facebook has this integration with Aweber, so you wanted to use it. It looks cool. I'm sure it works. That's very exciting. But the bottom line is not that. It's really about what your customers are using, and I'd go for something a little simpler. I would decouple this from Facebook and go for a simple, straight ahead, give us your email address, get something cool. All right? Now, here we are, almost 8 minutes in, and still haven't gotten to the search engine optimization. So let's get to it again for the third time. All right, so keywords, jewelry, bracelets, rings. The trick that you're having, Vanessa, I think, is that you're worried about competition. First point, there's two ways to spell jewelry. You seem to spell it with two L's. Americans tend to spell it with one L. Your pricing is in British pounds, so I guess you're really targeting the European crowd, or specifically the UK. That's okay, I guess, but for SEO, you should be thinking about jewelry both spelled both ways, not just this way, but you could get an awful lot of traffic perhaps from the US if you do it with one L as well. And you can mix those two. Like down here you have one L, so maybe you're already thinking about that, but I wanted to point it out. And in fact, someone pointed out on the forum that apparently you don't own Luxuria-jewelry with one L yet, and you should buy it. All right. Next, you need to pick your top keywords and then work your way down to long tail keywords. In the forum, you expressed that you're new to SEO, so let's talk a bit about that. You need to optimize for jewelry and for ring and bracelet and necklace, but those are highly competitive. That doesn't mean you leave them alone, however. You need to build a hierarchy. Your main keywords are your top level ones, jewelry being at the top, probably with one and two L's, as I said. Then the next level would be rings, bracelets, necklaces, and so forth. And then the next level, and you would have to tell me what these are. I'm brainstorming now, but turquoise necklaces and turquoise rings versus gold rings or diamond earrings, and get more and more specific. And you're going to embed those different levels of keywords at the different levels of your site. So the home page is going to be optimized generally for jewelry, bracelets, necklaces, and so forth. But as you go into these more specific pages, like here's your bracelet gallery, this is going to be optimized just for bracelets. You're not going to use the word necklace or ring anymore anywhere, right? Because this is about bracelets. And then in each of these pages, as you get more specific, you're going to want to work in keywords that are specifically about this. And again, you know this better than I do, but this is a gold bracelet and gemstone bracelet and turquoise bracelet and topaz bracelet and peridot bracelet and emerald bracelet. You know, these specific keywords, or bangles or cuffs or whatever the words are that describe this specifically. So each level of your website has increasingly specific long tail keywords the deeper you go into the site. And of course, we can talk about this more in the forum and masterminds as much as you'd like, but that's the concept. And that's why you have both general keywords and niche long-tail keywords on the same website. All right, so that's the big concept that I want you to digest. And you're going to work your way from general to specific, the deeper into the site you go. Now, how do you do that? You say, what are you talking about? Where do I put these keywords? You keep talking about keywords. What do I do with them? Well, since we're on this page, I'll work from the specific back up towards the top. In this case, we've got, you call this a gold 24-karat gold-plated bangle. All right, so let's say that's your keyword. This needs to be on the page in a lot more places, both where humans can see it and also where computers can see it, by which I mean Google and Bing and Yahoo's search crawlers. So let's assume this is your long tail keyword, 24-karat or 24K gold-plated bangle. Or bangles, all right? That's your key phrase. So that needs to be here in a bunch of ways. You need more text on this page, as also discussed in the forum. You need to make more sentences, not just this 3 sentences of sort of what we call happy talk, where you're just kind of blah, 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 this is cool, this is great, you should buy it, that kind of stuff. Pardon the high voice. But specific words that describe it, that are keywords that people would search. And you need to tell Google with specific code signals what is important about this page and make sure those keywords are in it. So, to get more specific, this page should have a title on it. 24-karat gold-plated bangle. It should be above the image in big font that is indicated by an H1, a heading tag, or H2 heading tags. And then you should put it here, code. BP-JB set means nothing. The word code means nothing either. Your codes should be something like gold-plated bangle number 6 or something like that. That gives you another chance to work the phrase in there. Now, you don't want to overdo it. You get into keyword stuff, and I'm going to give you about 10 or 12 different places to put this, but currently you only have that keyword one place, and it's in regular font that's only visible by humans. I want it to be multiple places, often in big heading fonts that are visible to humans, and also in the code where the search crawlers can see it as well. So let's give it a title. Let's put the code. Let's put it a couple times into here, and it'll be variations too. Sometimes use 24-karat, sometimes use just gold, sometimes say gold-plated, sometimes say bangles, sometimes say bangles, sometimes say set of bangles. Like this, you mix it up a bit and put it up here, here, several times in the copy. And then here's what we get, a little fancier. And then $3.50 add to cart, price $3.50 Great British pounds for this gold-plated bangle. Like, figure places to mix it in here. Oh, and I wanted to mention, you have a typo here. International, that's on all these pages. You should fix that, obviously, because it doesn't look very reassuring if you don't spell international correctly. Okay, so that's the visible places. And this should be in every page. The home page, again, is going to be full of the more general keywords and then linking in to the tighter keywords. Oh, and by the way, you should set this so it doesn't pop up every time I hit the home page. Set it so it comes every day or 3 days or something like that. Those are the Aweber settings. It doesn't cookie very well. I know it's a very simple pop-up, but don't hit people over and over. I know it increases your signups, which is great, but you don't want to drive people crazy either. So find some balance through testing over time to adjust the frequency of that. So now where do you put it? What am I talking about when I say the non-visible places to put this? Well, here's your earrings gallery, and there we're seeing the pop-up yet again. When you put the earrings gallery in there, and let's go into a specific page again. Again, you're going to want to put it in all the places I could see. Now, here's how you figure out how to view the source. There was some confusion in the forum about whether you could still do this. Absolutely, you can. The website browser can only show this page if it can read the code. And it's reading the code and serving up the text in the way that the code suggests. And it's serving the images in the way that the code suggests too. And here's how you figure out. I'm in Firefox right now. I right-clicked, and I'm going to do this. See this? View Page Source. If I click on this, it's going to pop up a window that looks like this. This is the actual code that drives your page. And you probably know this if you know anything about HTML or cascading style sheets, CSS, but this is actually what drives the page, and this is always visible if you view source. And here's where you put the keywords. Right here, look, meta type, content, title, Luxuria, online jewelry, custom-made jewelry, earrings, chandelier earrings, and here you do have some keywords, right? Earrings, chandelier earrings, gold earrings, good stuff. Put these first in the title because this is a specific page. Luxuria is your brand. The search engine optimization techniques, search engines themselves don't care. I wouldn't put that first. Online jewelry, maybe, but that's a general term that should be first in the title on your home page. Custom-made jewelry, okay, I could buy that on the home page as well. Free shipping, well, maybe, if that's something you're optimizing for. It would be hard for me to believe that that was a search engine optimization advantage, but perhaps. But this, on a specific earring page, these are the ones you want to put. Chandelier earrings, hoop earrings, pearl earrings, that's for the earring category page. On this page that is specifically, what, these are, I guess, chandelier earrings, is that what you call those? Then you shouldn't have pearl earrings and gold earrings, unless I guess they are gold and pearl, but you really want to optimize for chandelier earrings. And then again, in the description, you're repeating the same stuff. That's not really applicable to this page. You want to be more specific. You could include it, but put the specific stuff that's specific to this page first. Now, these are meta tags. Meta tags are discounted by Google and Yahoo these days, so it's not a big deal, but at least you can put it in. It's free, easy to do, and it'll help train you in how to think about the SEO and where to put the correct tags. Next, farther down the page, where else do I put these, Scott, you ask? Well, in places that you can't see it. Now, I can read code pretty well, so I'm doing this rather quickly, but you can learn to do this as well. If you scroll on down, you'll see all this is the code from your various social media links and all that, which is really kind of clogging things up in terms of the search engine's crawler ability to find your pages and index them cleanly. I would think strongly about moving all these guys down below or over here in the menu or something so that the code for this was more easily accessible to the crawlers. You don't want them to get distracted by all the code you've got there for your social media. Now, this is the code for your menus, and that's a great thing to point out, actually. The menus themselves could be more specific. So when you link to Earring Gallery, this could be a lot more specific, and it could have sublinks. In fact, if you have 10 or 12 earrings, for example, maybe those should each have a specific link in the menu so that you could say specifically gold chandelier hoop earrings. And that would be reiterated in the link and then over to the page. And that would tell Google as well as people, hey, this page must really be about gold hoop chandelier earrings. This also shows up here. I wanted to point out this. Look at your page title, your format for your URLs here. This says luxuriajewelry.com/earrings4825.html pound http visit.com/visit/1428/gallery/0004850.jpg. Very uninteresting, very un-SEO friendly. This would ideally say luxuriajewelry.com/earrings, which is the category, /gold hoop chandelier earrings.html or .jpg or whatever it is that you're the page you're optimizing for. That's a great place to put in your optimization because it tells Google very seriously, wow, Vanessa went to the trouble of naming this page with these exact keywords. Oh, and then I see these keywords again down on the page. Some of them are big heading tags, and it's repeated a few more times. Hey, I'm starting to get the message. This page must be about gold chandelier hoop earrings. Ta-da! You've optimized the page. That's what you're trying to do here, Vanessa. And repeating this stuff, again, not a zillion times, but in these correct, powerful places will send strong signals to the search engine crawlers that will tell it, hey, when a person comes into Google and searches on gold chandelier hoop earrings, here's a page that's full of that information. Show them this one. That's the goal of the whole exercise. Okay, now, let me think. What else have we got here? Another couple tricks you can do when you're in the code are you'll see that your JPEGs are not optimized either. This kind of, if we look for, view image info. Okay, the name of this item you'll see here, is 0004850.jpg. Not very interesting. Again, missing an opportunity to tell Google hoop, gold, chandelier, earrings.jpg. Another opportunity to mix these keywords in. So I hope you're getting the idea here. I'd love to see all these with their own separate pages and their own separate sets of keywords embedded in all the appropriate places. The links to the page, the file structure, the titles on the page, the sales copy, and the names of the images themselves. Those are all places that you can put the keywords, and that's what I would recommend you do on your site, Vanessa, and I hope that's helpful. Now, before we run out of time, I want to talk about backlinks. What I've talked about so far is simply the on-site optimization, and that's very important, and it's stuff that you can control yourself, so I'd get on it. I know you can do this. You can rock it. You also need links into your site so that Google knows, hey, it's not only Vanessa who thinks this site is good for jewelry in general and earrings in general, but also gold chandelier hoop earrings. It's also all these other sites out there. They count every link that links back to you with your keywords in the links or near the links as a vote. And the more votes you get, the higher your site will rise in the search engine rankings. So the first place and easiest place for you to do that is in your own blog. You're hosting a blog on a separate site here, which is Blogger, which we should talk about some other time because that's not where I would be doing this. In fact, I would be integrating this into your own domain, so that you can cross-market as you're likely to do with all your good social media outreach. But as long as it's on a separate domain, you should be linking back into your site, not just at the top level of the store, but down into the individual product pages. Why? Because each link counts as a vote, and each of those links can be optimized to include the keywords that you've selected for each of those products. All of those votes will be seen by Google and added up to increase your search engine rankings. Even more importantly than you linking to yourself, especially if you integrate the blog back into your site, those internal links are good, but external links linking back to you are much better if you can get other people to link to you. And what I'd like to see you do there is a fantastic suggestion in the forum. I think it might have been Olav that said this, is to get your designers to link to you. If each of their jewelry sites links back to you with keywords like beautiful gold jewelry with free shipping. I mean, that's kind of hokey because it's very keyword stuffed. But if they link back to you with the appropriate words and Google's crawling around and sees, hey, here's a dozen or 25 different designers all linking back here, this is good, right? And they're all each voting for this site, Luxuria Jewelry, as a top resource for luxurious jewelry. And that's the kind of voting you need to rise up in the search engines. After you do your on-site optimization, you want to do a linking back effort. And your designers are a great place to start. Then your social media efforts kick in, your Pinterest efforts, sharing images, having links come back to your site, talking about jewelry, again, will raise you up another level in the rankings, and that's really where you want to be. All right, Vanessa, well, I hope that's helpful to you. That's 20-some minutes of search engine optimization all in a can, handed off to you as a free member of Click Millionaire's Masterminds Forum. I hope it's helpful to you. And anybody else who's watching this video later, I hope it's helpful to you as well. If you'd like to share this video, I'd really appreciate it. Post it on Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest and help other people figure out that search engine optimization is a topic you can learn about at the free clickmillionaires.com forum or the upgraded Masterminds forum. Hey, and if you'd like a video like this for yourself, come on over to expertwebsitereviews.com. I'm Scott Fox, and I'd be happy to do one for you too. So thanks for your order, Vanessa. I look forward to seeing you again real soon in the Masterminds forum. We'll keep working through this. Any of these topics that I went too quickly on, feel free, of course, to post questions, and we'll help you figure them out and brainstorm a greater, ever more profitable future for luxuriajewelry.com, where you can find your decadence for divas 24/7 online. Thanks for watching.